I'm EURODOES, a multimedia designer.
Bitch, I paid the price to rock this ice.
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Originally was born here. A lot of people, when they first meet me, they always ask where I am from, because I guess off top I don't seem like I'm from Atlanta. But I think a lot of the places I've traveled have added on to my mannerisms and characteristics. Excuse me.
My dog still on lockdown and he just
Ultimately, what I do in a nutshell is just make things better than they were before I got them. But more specifically, what you're probably asking is about how I travel around the world, buy designer bags and cut them up and make custom goods that those designers or those houses don't make.
but I'm a motherfucking giant. Hey, went from
ultimately, that's really a long story because it's like a domino effect that leads up into this day, exactly. But primarily, the shorter version of the story is I was working on my own leather company, in which I was making handmade goods myself. And during that process, I had just finished and wrapped up making like a lighter holder, a bracelet, and a phone case. Just finished learning how to do those, and at that moment I was sitting actually working at my desk, and I had a Louis Vuitton bag that was sitting underneath my desk, and I was moving too fast, and I actually knocked over like a tub of white paint, and it kind of spilled on the bag in a way where I couldn't wear the bag anymore. But as I mentioned before, this was right after I learned how to make a lighter holder out of like regular leather. So it was like a eureka moment. I was like, hey, I know how to make this, but let me try to make this out of that. And that kind of ultimately got us to where we are today. Yeah.
Tell me what you niggas know about sacrifice.
So as a kid, I always been a hustler, like since day one. Like, I was that kid in 7th, 8th grade, selling candy and snacks and shit. Even when I was 8th grade, I had an airbrushing business, and people just knew me as a hustler. And that was just a unique characteristic about myself. However, in between 7th and 8th grade, I traveled abroad to Europe, where I represented the United States as a student design ambassador. And once I came back from Europe, everybody already knew I was a hustler, but they just put 1 and 2 together and just start calling me Euro. Because at this point, that's what I get now, Euros. And as far as EURODOES, it's just, there's a lot of different things that Euro does. And I originally, when I came up with that total brand name for myself, I just wanted people to be able to make my name something easy to say, but something people would say without thinking they're saying my name. So for instance, if you may ask him or anyone, hey, you know somebody who makes logos? EURODOES. Or you know who make them lighter holders? EURODOES. Because there's a lot of different things that I do.
Pull up like what's poppin'.
Creating innovative ideas and challenging people's minds repetitively. Like ultimately, I want, when it comes down to the brand, like when people see something that we've created or I've created, it just needs to. I would like it to be instantly recognizable. Hey, like EURODOES has something to do with that, but it doesn't have to be. But ultimately, it needs to grab your attention. If it grabs your attention, we're doing something right. Because if it's not grabbing your attention, you're definitely doing something wrong.
Bitches love pills. You call me too many.
The guy who does what he wants to do and it works for him. And ultimately, that's what Euro does. That's our slogan, and my slogan: do what you want, EURODOES. EURODOES, do what you want. You know what I mean? And ultimately, throughout my whole life, my whole career, I've just been doing what I want to do, and I make it work for me. And ultimately, I use that to motivate and inspire people around the world. I'll be working on my personal brand, which will be coming out pretty soon as well, where I have like EURODOES belts, EURODOES leather goods, purses, more actual wearable items that don't relate to the Louis Vuitton and Gucci things that everybody has first come to know me for. I literally just want to work with other businesses and make them better. Like I want to be that guy when a brand just wants to do something different design-wise or creatively. Without a doubt, they know, hey, we can call EURODOES Inc. We can call Euro up because his opinion is going to definitely do something for us. I just want to be able to do what I want to get paid for and motivate and influence people. Like really, like, because motivating, it's about what you've done for others at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Because what you've done for yourself is gonna die when you die. But what you've done for others when you die, that's gonna still live on. And people can still, talk about it.